High up in the mountain ranges of northeastern Victoria, the Kiewa River provides electricity to be used for the development of the nation. Lower down the valley, this river and its flats sustain a prosperous dairy industry. The 1,000 farms in the valley and nearby country produce millions of gallons of milk each year. The pioneers of the Kiewa dairy industry established their cooperatively owned factory to churn their cream into butter. Today, the factory, equipped with the latest machinery, still produces butter, but also supplies Melbourne and Sydney with whole milk, and has recently expanded into the dried milk field. On this new venture, the general manager, Mr. Sharp, says,
"Attached to the milk factory is a large barra factory, from which during the spring up to 3,500 gallons of buttermilk will be available per day. To dry such a huge quantity of buttermilk would require much equipment and staff, and so we find it more economical to feed it to the pigs. As a result, a farm committee was formed to establish and formulate along scientific lines a modern piggery."
Yes, the Kiewa Dairy Company conducts this pig farm to use its surplus skim milk and buttermilk. As there is very little surplus milk in the winter and a very large quantity in the summer, extraordinary steps are taken to have few pigs in winter and plenty of pigs in the summer. The job was placed in the hands of Mr. Downey, the pig expert of the Department of Agriculture. This is the plan he evolved. The sows are allowed to breed only once, instead of the usual twice a year. About 40 sows are mated in January to farrow in May, and another 40 sows are mated in March to farrow in July. The boars are sold after the March matings, and new ones bought for mating with the selected young homebred sows the following year. After weaning their litters at 3 months, the sows are fed on milk and pasture and are sold as back fatters. Each sow drinks approximately 8 gallons of milk a day during the period where there is a surplus supply. The young pigs are grown to bacon size, then sold. They and their mothers will all be sold by March, when the milk supply ceases. That is the breeding plan designed to fit the summer milk supply at Kiewa. But the breeding sows and their litters don't go hungry in winter. They are given a balanced diet of concentrates and the little milk available. That food costs a lot, but it makes good pigs, ready to take the milk in the summer. The milk supply increases as the young pigs' appetites increase, and so they each get a pound of concentrates a day and as much milk as they can drink. Each sow is kept in one of these pens while she rears her litter. They are completely roofed, open in front, and face north to admit the winter sun. The pen has a sleeping compartment, well supplied with straw. Along the back wall is a hover for the young pigs. Infrared lamps give the newly born pigs extra warmth to protect them from the winter chill. To prevent anemia, soil is provided for the piglets from the day they are born. Behind the creep, the pigs are given dry food after they are 3 weeks old. To make room for the second litters, the first lot are moved to paddocks which have been cultivated and cropped to freshen them. 2 or more sows and litters are run in each paddock. As they grow towards bacon size, the pigs are put back in the pens. Now the creep is opened up, and this part of the pen becomes the manure pit to improve sanitation and facilitate cleaning. Does the plan work? Ask Mr. Frank Dyke. He's the man who does the work.
This year we mated 88 gilts, half in January, the other half in March. 79 of them conceived and produced a total number of 745 young pigs. They are mostly all weaned now, and we still have 680. Well, now that's an average of about 8.5 from gilts, and we think that's very highly satisfactory. Anyway, we're quite satisfied with the results.
Well, that should answer the critics who say a sow's first litter is too small. These were all first litters. Can you see how it's done? Good food and plenty of it. No pig goes hungry on this farm. These pigs are 8 weeks old, and at that age weigh over 40 pounds each. And they are typical of the well-fed pigs at Kiewa. The accommodation and its furnishings are good, and they play their part. But they are not a substitute for food in pig raising. And the financial results? We'll ask the chairman of the directors of the Kiewa Dairy Company, Mr. Stan Turner. Is the company satisfied with the results of its reorganized pig farm, Mr. Turner?
Yes. Well, we're well satisfied with the financial return, and we are pleased to show our methods to other pig raisers. In the 6 months from November 1953 to May 1954, 282 baconers were sold at an average price of £21.1 and 69 sows at an average of £43.18.
Here then is a glowing example of a go-ahead company with a good practical idea, aided by the experience and know-how of the Department of Agriculture. An example to the industry from the Kiewa Valley.